Student, welcome you all. So today I'm going to start a new chapter related to term second. So as you all know that we have already done the first part of the chapter, the last leaf. So today I'm going to start the second part of the chapter, the last leaf, written by or composed by O. Handley. So in before part we have seen that in this chapter there are three characters. We have already seen the two characters, that is Sue and Johnsy. They both were friends and they lived in same flat because they shared the same room. And they both are painters, they both the artists. And one day Johnsy was seriously ill from pneumonia. उन्हें pneumonia हो गया था. And Sue, her Johnsy friends, really worried about her health. So she always tried to console her. She always tried to talk about some different things like fashions and clothes, जिससे जॉन्सी का ध्यान साइड हो और वो किसी और चीज़ के बारे में सोच सके. But here Johnsy always staring outside the window, and he just see the ivy creepers leaves, और he thought कि जब जैसे वो आइवी क्रीपर्स की जो लीव्स है जैसे ही वो फॉल होगी वैसे ही उसकी डेथ हो जाएगी. मीन्स द लास्ट लीफ फॉल she will die. All right. So basically इस चैप्टर में we will see the third character. Let's start. So see the second paragraph from this side. Try to sleep, said Stu. I have to paint an old miner. I will call Barman up to be my model. So here Stu said, please Johnsy, to at least you should try to sleep. तुम try तो करना चाहिए सोने के लिए, because I called for Barman for my new model. So here Barman is a new character. She rushed down. Rushed down means downstairs आती हैं, and Barman lived on the ground floor. So Barman जो है वो कहाँ रहते थे? ग्राउंड फ्लोर पे. He was a 60 years old painter. His lifelong dream was to paint a masterpiece, but that had remained a dream. So who is Barman here? Barman was a 60 years old painter, and he has a dreamt, and the dreamt is he wanted to paint a masterpiece, but his dream remained dream. मीन्स वो 60 ईयर्स के हो गए थे बट स्टिल उनका जो ड्रीम था वो अभी तक कंप्लीट नहीं हुआ था. सो his Sue poured out her worries to Barman. Poured out means Sue tell him to about her worries, means about her friend illness. So she told him how Johnsy was convinced that she would die when the last leaf fell. So she said to him कि कैसे Johnsy convinced herself कि जैसे ही last leaf fall होगी उसकी death हो जाएगी. All right. So is she stupid? Asked Barman. How can she be so foolish? So as we all know, if somebody talk like this, if somebody say कि whenever the last leaf fall I will die, then it's kind of very stupid thing, right? So similarly Barman asked to her friend, means to Sue, कि is your friend stupid? Is Johnsy stupid? How can she be so foolish? वो कितनी foolish कैसे हो सकती है? She is running a high temperature, complained Sue. She refused to eat or drink, and that worries me a lot. So here Sue said to Mr. Barman कि he was suffering from pneumonia. He had a high टेम्परेचर, उसको बहुत हाई फीवर है, एंड आई एम वरीड अबाउट हर बिकॉज ही रिफ्यूज्ड ऑल द फूड आइटम्स, बिकॉज वो कुछ खा नहीं रही है और कुछ पी नहीं रही है. आई विल कम विद यू एंड सी जॉन्सी, Barman said. So after the conversation at the end Barman said कि ओके मैं आता हूँ और तुम्हारी फ्रेंड को देखता हूँ कि what is happening with her. They tiptoed means slowly without making a noise. They tiptoed into the room. They means Sue and the barman. And Johnsy was sleeping. So that time Johnsy was sleeping. Sue drew the curtains together and they went to the next room. So Sue slowly side the curtain and they went to the next room, the near one. Next to the room with जो जॉन्सी से अटैच था. She peeped out means झांकना जिसे हम कहते हैं, through the window. So they peeped out from the, so C means shoe. There was only one leaf on the creeper. It was raining heavily and icy cold winds was blowing. So we all know that it was autumn season, and in autumn season icy and the जो लीव्स हैं वो टूटती हैं. सो इट्स ऑब्वियस थिंग. सो व्हेन शी peep out the window, she saw that only one leaf left on that creeper. All right, and the icy wind blowing very fast. It seemed as though the leaf would fall any time now. ऐसा लग रहा था कि जो लीव है वो किसी भी टाइम पे गिर सकती है. Barman did not say a word. He went back to his room. अब इस कंडीशन पे बैरमैन ने क्या एक भी वर्ड नहीं बोला. He didn't say a single word or utter a single word, and he went to the next room, back to his room. His room means वो खुद के रूम में वापस चले गए थे without saying a single word. Johnsy woke up next morning in a feeble means, here the word feeble means very weak. Okay, so Johnsy next day पे क्या हुआ, बहुत ही feeble voice में Johnsy बोलती. She asked you to draw the curtains. She asked कि curtains को हटाओ. She was nervous. She was very nervous because उसे लग रहा था जो लीफ है वो मे बी गिर गई होगी अब तक तो. She drew back the curtains very reluctantly. उसने बहुत ही मैनरली रिमूव किया कर्टन को. Oh, Sue exclaimed as she looked at the vine creeper. Look, there is still one leaf. She was very happy when she saw the last leaf on the creeper. So she, very excited manner, she said to her friend, her fellow or her room fellow, see, there is still one leaf. Then on the creeper, it looked quite green and healthy in spite of the storm and the fire winds. It didn't fall. She said कि देखो अभी वो बहुत green है, बहुत healthy है, बहुत ज़्यादा इतनी fire सी जो cold wind थी वो blow कर रही थी at the night time, but still it didn't fall. वो जो last leaf थी वो गिरी नहीं. So I heard the wind last night. Said Johnsy. I thought it would have fallen. It will surely fall today. Then I will die. So then इस बात पर जॉन्सी कहती है कि मैंने लास्ट देखा था कि बहुत तेज हवाएं चल रही थी, तो चलो आज ये नहीं गिर रही है पत्ती, तो मे बी surely it will fall next day, and next day I will die. You won't die, said Sue energetically, in very zeal manner or very enthusiastic manner. Sue said, no, you won't die. You have to live for your friend. So एक प्रोवर्ब होता है ना कि नहीं तुम अपने लिए नहीं जी सकते, तो एटलीस्ट you have to live for your friends, for your relatives, for your family, है ना. सो ये उसको बोलती है what would happen to me if you die. सो कहती है कि अगर तुम नहीं रहोगी तो फिर मेरा क्या होगा. सो Johnsy smiled weakly and closed her eyes. After every hour or so, she would look out of the window and find the leaf still there. So Johnsy इस बात पर थोड़ा smile करती है. She closed her eyes and after an hour, वो क्या continuously देख रही थी? He peeped out the window. He looked out outside the window and she found that there is a leaf there. So it seemed to be clinging to the creeper. So ऐसा लग रहा था कि वो creeper पे clinch कर रहे हो, climb कर रहे हो. So in the evening there was another storm, but the leaf did not fall. एक बहुत बड़ा storm आया, but still the leaf was there. So Johnsy lay for a long time looking at the leaf. Then she called out to Sue. So Johnsy looked outside the window for a very long time and she saw the leaf also, and then she called her friend, that is Sue, and Let's see what she said to her. I have been a bad girl. You have looked after me so lovingly, and I have not cooperated with you. I have been depressed and gloomy. So she said to her girl, she said to her friend, "Ki, so see, Shiv, I am a very bad girl. You are very cooperated with me, and I am not cooperated with you anymore. So now I am very depressed and sad because the last leaf has shown me how wicked I have been. I have realized that it is a sin to want die." So वो कह रही लास्ट लीफ ने मुझे एक लेसन दिया है कि मैं कितनी विक्ड हूँ और मैं क्यों मरना चाहती हूँ, बिकॉज अगर कोई भी somebody wants to die, it's a sin. ऐसा कहते हैं ना, पाप है मरना भी, सुसाइड करना, इट्स लाइक अ सिन. तो it's just similar like the suicide because he want to die when the last leaf fall. So she hugged Johnsy. They hugged each other. Then she gave her lots of hot soup and a mirror. So she gives her a very hot soup, a bowl of soup and mirror. So Johnsy combed her hair and smiled very brightly. So then in the afternoon, the doctor came. So, after examining his patient, he told Sue, Johnsy now has to will to live. I am confident she will recover soon. So, बाद में डॉक्टर को कॉल किया गया and doctor said कि now Johnsy is recover, he cure soon. I am sure, I am confident. Doctor said these lines. So Johnsy now has to will to live. So now I must go downstairs and see Badman. But after the examine, Johnsy, doctor said कि now I have to go to Mr. Badman because downstairs Mr. Badman रहते थे and they lived on third floor. So he is also suffering from pneumonia. Why the doctor go downstairs? Because the Badman is also suffering from the pneumonia, but I am afraid there is no home for him. So I is here referred to doctor. So doctor said कि I am very much worried about him because उनकी कोई hope नहीं है बचने की. So the next morning, Sue came and sat on the Johnsy bed. Next morning, Sue Johnsy के पास आई and she sat on her bed, taking Johnsy hands in her hands. She said, और Johnsy का hand उसने अपने हाथों पे लिया and she said, I have something to tell you. So actually she wants to tell something. Mr. Badman died of pneumonia this morning. So she said कि जो Mr. Badman थे जो नीचे ग्राउंड फ्लोर पे रहते थे वो निमोनिया से उनकी आज मॉर्निंग में डेथ हो चुकी है. He was ill for 2 years. वो 2 दिन से बीमार थे. The first day the janitor found him on his bed. Janitor found him कि वो क्या बन गए थे एक तरीके से जो बिल्डिंग मेकिंग का मेंटेनेंस का ध्यान रखते हैं ना, तो वो जेनिटर बन गए थे उस दिन. हिज क्लोथ्स एंड शूज वर वेट. उनके जो कपड़े थे वो सब गीले हो चुके थे, जूते थे गीले हो चुके थे. एंड ही वॉज शिवरिंग मीन्स ही वॉज लिटरली शिवर कर रहे थे, कांप रहे थे. ही हैड बीन आउट इन दैट स्टॉर्मी नाइट. वो उस रात को बाहर निकले थे. नाउ यू ऑल नो व्हाट वाज हैपनिंग विद देम. आई नो तुम्हें समझ में आ गया होगा सबको कि क्या कहना चाह रहे हैं. व्हाई ही केम आउट, why he was suffering pneumonia in those 2 days, why those things happened with them. Let's see. So then they found a ladder and a lantern still laying near his bed. तो उन्होंने कहा कि तुम्हारे बेड के पास में उन्होंने क्या लगा लिया, एक लेडर, सीढ़ी और लालटेन उनके पास था. There were also some brushes and green and yellow and paints on the floor near the ladder. और near the ladder उन्होंने क्या क्या रखा, some brush, some green और yellow paints, सब कुछ थे. So Johnsy said Sue, look out the window. तो Johnsy ने कहा Sue ने कहा कि just window के बाहर देखो Johnsy. Look at the ivy leaf. Just look at the ivy leaf. Ivy leaf को देखो. Haven't you wondered why doesn't flutter when the winds blow? तुम्हें नहीं लग रहा कि flutter क्यों नहीं हुई, इतनी तेज wind चल रही है फिर भी still there, still on the ivy creeper? What was the reason behind it? You haven't you wondered about it? So that's Badman masterpiece. So Sue said that is the masterpiece of Badman. He made his masterpiece for you to cure you. Okay. So he painted it the night the last leaf fell. So last leaf is already fell, but fall. But this painting बैरमैन पेंटेड फॉर यू, जैसे तुम ठीक हो जाओ और लास्ट लीफ तुमको हमेशा दिखती रहे. So with this we come to an end. I hope you all have must understood this story and you will get a very beautiful message from this story. So thank you for watching this video. Stay safe. Thank you.